Careful out there.
Stand right there. Let me take a look at you. Filthy, weary, lonely, but special, that's for certain. We don't see folks like you in Whitestone very often. I'm Mayor Eswin Elfhelm, and I'm the closest thing to a friend you've got around here. It would take quite a bit to convince me the Zongars weren't criminals from the start. It's probably no surprise the worst miners of Apotir make the best brigands. This little town was the heart of the boom, the engine that drove the rise of Odessa. But in business, every boom is followed by the eventual bust. The gnomes moved out. With the gnomes went the gold, and with the gold went the jobs. Whitestone has been a shell of itself since. But I seek to change all that. Liars, thieves, and scum. Let's hope they never take control of Apotir. Terrenium. It's the only reason the gnomes ever graced it here with their presence. Normally they'd find the climate too dry. They like their beards curly. Motus Mining settled Whitestone, built all the mines and relocated the families. Once they'd taken what they came for, they vanished almost overnight. Disgraceful. My given name is Eswin Elfhelm, but people around here call me Mayor Eswin. They're simple people. That's why I like them. I grew up in the old main city of Myria, west of here. I'd never worked a full day in my life. I'm certainly making up for it now. I sleep 1-2 hours a night. My home. A lifetime ago, it seems. The port was nice. The smell of fish near the harbor was offensive. You'd have a hard time finding anything that resembles Myria here in Detir. My given name is Eswin Elfhelm, but people around here call me Mayor Eswin. They're simple people. That's why I like them. I grew up in the old main city of Myria, west of here. I'd never worked a full day in my life. I'm certainly making up for it now. I sleep 1-2 hours a night. Once the Terrenium ran out, they moved on. Gnomes don't care for the welfare of other races. They're hoping we'll kill each other off. Save them the trouble. The Darkvara were hit hardest by Modus's relocation. The young men and women watched the elders and children waste away. Now they're all that's left. Sad story, isn't it? Doesn't excuse their lawlessness. The Sinrig boys think this is a game. They're laughing now, but we'll see how they like the taste of their own ruthlessness. They're the second oldest family in Apotir, and they're headed for a prison, or the graveyard. There are 4 mining families. The Darkvari, the Sinriks, Zungars, and the Scorias. When the gnomes departed, so did the jobs. There was nothing for the miners left behind. Starvation, desperation, well, they change people. Most of the miners in Apotir kept their sanity, even when they lost everything else. But the others, they turned to banditry. The usual: theft, kidnapping, murder. You'd best stick close to Whitestone. You're an easy target. An obstacle in the way of progress. The old man still believes that Apotir can come back from its decline by force of will. Typical of a miner. Keeps digging away. Some call it war. I call it survival. The Modus mining interest left an empty throne when it abandoned Apotir, and now everyone wants that power. The people here, the decent, honest, hard-working people of Apotir, have been through enough. Starvation, humiliation. They needed a leader, one who cares. My goals are simple: to stop the warring in Whitestone, and to rescue it from the brink of extinction. And you can help me. What do you say? Partners? I like you. You're not a fool. Want to know what you're getting into? Well, I think big, but I'm smart enough to start small. I need a person who can do both. I want you to acquire something for me. Something that rightfully belongs to me. There's a man named Adith Scoria, patriarch of the most prominent mining family in Apotir. Months ago, I bought his family mine. It wasn't cheap. Now Adith refuses to surrender the property. In fact, he's gone into hiding and won't meet with me. I need you to acquire what is legally mine. The deed to his claim. Modus Mining stored all the records in its old headquarters east of the village. But the building has long since been overrun. Get that deed, and we're in business. Probably in that relic of a building that was once Motus headquarters. Now a haven for thugs and criminals. Near the cemetery to the east. Stay out of trouble.
Over here.
From the dark of north he came, sword alight with frosted blood, to starkly carve a kingdom from a land of stone and flood. A hero true, a warrior born, his deeds the bards did daily sing. Exultingly they crowned him king.
So, you made it. Remember, there's more than just your reputation on the line. I hope you're ready. Right. Looks like there's a lever on my side. Looks like it opens something on your side. Good riddance. Made it through fine, I see. Time to return the favor. The way forward is blocked. Can you see a lever on your side? Good riddance. There's a problem. I can't find a way forward anymore. I didn't see anything that would help us. I think you're up again. Is there anything on your side? Remember me. What was that? Oh! Oh, hell! Get in here! Well, looks as though we made it, despite what the Hierophant predicted. So much for her vaunted prophesying. The door opens with 2 pressure plates. You stand on one, and I'll stand on the other. here. What? Ah! It burns! I can't move!
Well, ain't this a sight to take in? My own little dove, all grown up and robbing this place with no care for want nor cause. Took a bit of doing to track you and poor Phasma down here, but when I heard what job you were on, I had to find you. The Hierophant had it in for me. Meant to see me on a noose for not being a quiet little servant. So I left the Travellers. I guess as long as I got a message, it didn't matter if I was dead or not. Hierophant's mistake. I had to learn what I could of the Hierophant, and that all brought me here, to you. I've been off in the dark for a while, Dove, and I'm sorry for that, after all you did for me in Stand. But I had to go underground. I had to do a little digging, and I found a bit, Dove. I found quite a bit. I told you the Hierophant set me up. Well, just in case you had any doubts, the Hierophant set you and Phasma up here. Think, Dove. True, Phasma ran his mouth about the Hierophant, but you're a separate case. I did some digging. The Hierophant sees all, knows all, so they say. Except you. And that makes you a threat. You were both sent here because the Hierophant knew at least one of you would be cursed. So I came to help. We helped poor Phasma. I heard the job would take you to Rhythm, and I learned about the amulet. This gem should be able to negate the curse. Give it to Phasma, will you? Strange place, ain't it? The old captain here got fed up with the army's incompetence, so now they're in revolt. The Hierophant had it in for me. Meant to see me on a noose for not being a quiet little servant. So I left the Travellers. I guess as long as I got a message, it didn't matter if I was dead or not. Hierophant's mistake. I had to learn what I could of the Hierophant, and that all brought me here, to you. It's most likely what's behind this insurrection. Some amulet of Telogris disguised as a gift. Always check a gem for flaws, Dove. Use that gem I gave you on the amulet that cursed him. That should set him right again.
You saved me. When I was trapped in that curse, I didn't know what would happen. But you saved me. And Grim's here. Grim Olwig? They said he was dead. You should speak to him. It looks like you're the one he came for. Keep going. I'm with Grim now. There's nothing for me in the camps. I've got to keep my head down. Lot of followers with their heads in the clouds. They're not seeing things because they're too busy kissing the Hierophant's dung-covered boots. I'll show them. Egg-eating, swill-sucking, take-it-in-the-eye for a side, twig-wrenching traitor. Stew-brained wretch. Send me to die, will he? He'll get his. I swear it. Let's move.
Good to see Phasma's back among the moving. Let's make sure we don't let the Hierophant get him. If you see Irian, tell him Phasma died. But on to other things. You've been running around these lands like a good traveller, Dove. But now, I have a job for you. We've all tasted the Hierophant's malice. Now let's make sure we return the favour. I got a plan, Dove. We're doing more than getting our revenge. We're removing the Hierophant from power to rule the Travelers no more. The Hierophant meant for me to die while stealing a certain book, the Missives of Sable, which was claimed by the gnomes after we left. I can think of no better weapon for my revenge. But the gnomes have hidden it away. I need you to steal the Glass of Ambient to help us locate it. It's unlucky, Dove, but it's your lot. The Hierophant sees all, knows all. Except for you. It's an ancient bit of Irathi magic. It's older than these lands. What, even older than the Fae, I reckon. With the right thought, it shows the object of one's desire, if it be a familiar thing. Meaning we can use it to find the missives once more. Look, Dove. The Hierophant don't know we're alive, and when we're found out, we'll be in danger again. But it's worse than that. The Hierophant's not just getting rid of dissidents, they're keeping the Travelers untalented, and thus dependent. In time, the Travelers will be nothing more than suckling babes, dependent on the Hierophant for survival. It's in an old Irathi ruin to the south, called the Blackened Hall. Between you and the glass is an army of demons and 3 trials. To bypass the trials, I left you a gift at the dungeon's entrance. Buru's boots. Those, along with the amulet you and Phasma stole, should help. The glass is powerful, Dove, and well guarded. But you're the only one who walks free of the Hierophant's gaze. It's all up to you. There's the Isle of Flame, where any who aren't quick on their feet will burn. Use Buru's boots to tread safely through them. Then there's the Dark Maze, a labyrinth of hidden paths. You'll just have to find a way through, Dove. Lastly is the Guardian. They say it's a demon that can't be killed. But if you use the Rhythm Amulet, you can curse it like Phasma was. An Iskaru, Dove. Legends say she fooled the king of Blackened Hall, slipped in and took it right over. thought you might need to rely on a bit more than your odd luck on this one, Dove. So I got you Buru's boots and the Amulet of Rhythm. I meant to get the Master's pick as well, but sometimes, Dove, you have to make do with your own hen's eggs. Now, use them as you wish, but they ain't got much magic left in them, so be warned. They won't last you forever. The story goes that they're drawn to the glass like thieves to a jewel. Wouldn't doubt it. The hall is a strange place by all accounts. Supposedly, they thought the glass could help them see, but the Guardian will let nothing near. Here's the Isle of Flame, where any who aren't quick on their feet will burn. Use Buru's boots to tread safely through them. Now then there's the Dark Maze, a labyrinth of hidden paths. You'll just have to find a way through, Dove. Lastly is the Guardian. They say it's an Iskaru that can't be killed. But if you use the nasty bit of ruin from what I heard, legend says an old king reigned there with his wife. Wonderful too, I reckon. Halls of flame, magical mazes. But it's a bad ending. His wife was a monster all along. And by monster, I mean demon. So the story goes, at any rate. Will take a thief of good class to break in, and I think you're just the fit, Dove. It's in the Blackened Hall. Place has a nasty reputation of being, well, a death sentence. The trials within aren't insurmountable. I nabbed a few familiar items to help you with them. Buru's boots and the Amulet of Rhythm. You've got your work cut out for you, Dove, and I've mine to do as well. Let's get moving.
Yeah?
discovered the greatest heights of magical power. I achieved everything and anything I desired, except to find one of them again. And inevitably, someone would remind me through their ugliness that somewhere, something as beautiful and perfect as that divine spirit existed. People will hurt you. People will try to use you. But this thing was different. Yes, I could trust it, and it would protect me from the callousness of others.
That's the glass of ambient, then. Nicely done. And it says the missives are... very interesting. I'm saving that for another time. Now there's one piece of this puzzle missing. We need to find out who the Hierophant is. And to do that, we part ways, for now. Your path lies in Sun Camp, to the south. Lay low, take some jobs, and we'll end this soon enough. It's not like here, Dov. The heat's enough to kill the smile on a traveller, and there's not a lot of shade. Act inconspicuous. The Hierophant's still watching, and will learn that you survived, but not that you suspect anything. While you're there, speak with Camp's leader, Arjean, and get some work. Hopefully, it will distract the Hierophant. I'll find you soon enough. She's quite a harsh one, but mostly harmless. I blame it on the sand what's out there in Detir.
What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? If you're from the village, you can tell Mayor Eswin that I'm not interested in any other deals he may wish to offer. This discovery belongs to everyone, and it will not be used to further one man's agenda. I was a scholar from Otis mining interests. One of 6. 4 of the others died from exposure to poisonous fumes. And the last? He took his own life in the snaketail, filled his pockets with terrenium, and sunk like a stone. Now it's just Guyan and me, working as we did ages ago in training. It's not a bad life, although the rat meat leaves one wanting. It is not the only mining concern in Edessa, but it is the only one that matters. Our efficiency is legendary, as is our disregard for human life. My closest confidant, one who enjoys investigating the world's darker mysteries. He's downstairs. I let him start a laboratory there after they ejected him from Edessa. I will carry the shame of what happened here to my grave, but I will speak no more of it. My every breath is given to rectifying the mistakes that were made. Why, yes, I most certainly am. Fascinating. You seem to have stumbled upon the Commonite all on your own. Well done, my friend. Well done. If I find enough samples of this incredible resource, it may just be enough to convince Motus to return. If they do, that means Apatir has a fighting chance. Carry on with your search. My research suggests that the veins run beneath all of Apatir, so I would search the mines. Of course, you're the one who would confirm whether my research is accurate. Goodbye.
On your way.
The Sega-weight hand wrote the book on detecting hidden objects, or he would have. Hello, hello.
Looks like you're used to dust on your feet.
Willing to help an old tinker collecting some iron? A good many people love the travelers as thieves, but we first started with people like me, tinkers, journeymen, and wanderers. I've been tinkering in this camp almost as long as it's been around. It isn't much like Star or Moon. Argine runs this camp fine, but after all these years, I don't even know her all that well. I've been in Sun Camp since it started, and Argine's been right here with me. She saw Odessa carved into the side of that crater. She keeps faithful to the Hierophant, and it seems in turn that we stay prosperous. Not a bad arrangement. Make my trade as a tinker, fixing pots and spades and shovels for common folk. But with the war on, iron's been scarce. I'm too old to go around scrounging for bits and scraps. If you find any iron components on your travels, I'll pay well for them. That's good. Iron isn't exactly like gold. It should be pretty commonplace if you look. Or even some time at Briente's forge might help. But I'm a tinker, mind you, not a smith. I can't work with finished pieces. I need iron components. Music to my ears. Hand it over and I'll pay you well for it. Music to my ears. Hand it over and I'll pay you well for it. Music to my ears. Hand it over. Music to my ears. Music to my ears. Hand it over and I'll pay you well for it. Farewell. Nice to see a bit of foot traffic by my old... Farewell.
Got a few odds and ends for sale here, if you're looking for that sort. Also buying if you need a fence. Folks from all walks come to join the travellers. Beggars, highwaymen, thieves, all looking to live a life without laws or lords. As far as the traveller camps go, Sun's the largest. They say that Argine founded it over 60 years ago. The woman runs this camp like a damn army. Everything has its order, and we march to the tune of the Hierophant, bless her. Keeps the coin coming in, at any rate. Argine thanks the Hierophant for that. And we all do, for that matter. The city's the jewel of Detir, so the gnomes say. A lot of bustle and trade going on there, if you've the stomach for it. So long. Happy to see another face in Sun Camp. Want to do some trading? So long.
Tinkerer here. A lot of riches to be found in this world, if only you know how to look. I can train you to find them, should you wish, and with the Hierophant's blessing. People in towns and cities think we travelers are shunned. In truth, we're freer than they'll ever know. They say the desert's a barren place, but Sun Camp brings a bit of light and color to these rocks by the Hierophant's grace. It isn't hard to learn how to find what's hidden. You've just got to look for the usual patterns, the same clues, and you sort it all out. Arjene's got the run of things here in Sun Camp, and she does a good job doing it, too. It was a mining area once. Now there's not much that's left to dig out of the soil, from what I hear. Still, there's enough of other things to scavenge in the mines and quarries if you keep your eyes peeled. Stay alert.
I see you. So, we have a new arrival in Sun Camp. I have heard tell of a traveler, a true thief with skills in metal. I assume that is you. Your arrival is a blessing of the Hierophants. I hope it will distract my camp from these idiotic rumors of Grim Onwig and his crusade. We are not the rabble that many take us for, nor the beggars we are soon to be. I hold such judgments in contempt. We have our own life in this desert. The travelers of my camp are profitable, orderly, and obedient. All without walls and gates. Go to Whitestone and see for yourself. Are those people any happier? Pfft, they're miserable. You would do well to not question those higher than yourself, child. And the Hierophant is not one to be questioned by anyone. From the Hierophant we are given prophecies, portents. The travelers are blind, but the Hierophant sees clearly and leads them to prosperity. Sun Camp is under my authority by the blessed ordination of the Hierophant. We mainly subsist on trade from the city of Edessa. Yes, he wishes to change countless years of tradition because of a misplaced personal grudge, apparently. That can't end well. I am Ajin, the leader of the Sun Camp. Under my leadership, I have created one of the largest and most profitable camps in the Travelers. The title Queen of Staves is reserved for the oldest and wisest of the camp leaders. The Hierophant awarded it to me for my service. Very well. There are enough travelers in this camp speaking of this Grim Onwig. We must show that the work still waits. You are versed in our order, and we esteem the blessed Hierophant highly here. Go to the shrine in camp and pray if you wish for work. A poorly made joke, surely. You must pray before the shrine of the Hierophant. Blessed be the all-seeing eyes of our guide. Farewell. So the Shade has come to Sun Camp. I have seen what happened to Phasmer, such a tragedy. Lucky that you escaped it. I am reminded of a desert parable. An eagle, proud and fierce, was told that none could fly higher than the sun, and that the sun saw all. The eagle took flight with its great wings to block out the sun's light. It could not blot all the light, but it always cast its prey in shadow. Yes, we are beyond that point, aren't we? And having made it all the way to here, you've made quite a journey. You speak to me rudely and that will end. I will have your obedience from what is being said of Grim Onwig and his pathetic plans. Now, you hunger for work. Shall we begin? Very well. Your assignment is to steal the Master's pick. It is said to open any lock. I have seen the pick in a small jewelry box on the personage of Amalur Kriet. Find her in the Edessa laboratories. It is an artifact of great power, sought after by all thieves and rogues, for it is said that no lock may withstand its magics. There is some form of confusion around this item. It was on Aloran, but it is unclear if something has occurred. Strike quickly. There is some manner of uncertainty at work here.
Are you... You have come! The new guest of Sandstone Villa. Thank the gods you've arrived. I'm Cordan Passant, a scrivener of the Domus, and I have need of your help to solve a rather delicate situation. Gnomish society is led by few, who rely on the efforts of many. Here in the walls we work, so that they are free to lead us more effectively. The Templars exemplify what's great about our people. Wisdom, ingenuity, bravery, and justice. The gnomes do not acknowledge war as an acceptable circumstance. We cannot condone either side until a peace is reached. The benefits either side may gain from such conflict are short-term when compared to the decades of rebuilding and fortifying that such a war will necessitate. The Domus Politica handles all of the documentation that's needed to support the Templar diplomacy. I've been a scrivener in the Domus for over 10 years. I'm often called upon to compose official correspondence and letters of a diplomatic nature. Many of us come far from our homeland for the opportunity of success. A new city opens up societal ranks. I was asked to write a letter of contingency. Should things for the Alpha turn dire, it would establish a known peace between Edessa and the Tuatha armies. It was never meant to be sent, only prepared, but was accidentally taken by the courier. It must be recovered. Ah, yes. There was a tad of artistic license that I took when drafting that correspondence. I needed your attention by any means. I apologize for the deceit, but I assure you my business is genuine. You are not constrained by Gnomish protocol. I cannot complete this task myself. Should anyone see me correct that mistake, it would not only cost my reputation, but the reputation of the gnome that ordered I write that letter. I am bound to preserve our integrity. I was the one that processed the paperwork which established your placement in Sandstone Villa. I know who put you there, and that's why I left that letter. You need to find the courier. It was a traveller by the name of Parwan Well. She said she was making her way to Rathir, but she might have stopped in the travellers' camp in Apotir. Sun Camp is the name, I believe. It was sent to Rathir via courier. A traveller by the name of Parwan Well. She was the last to see the letter. She must have some idea of what happened. Fair enough.
What?
Yeah, this won't do. This won't do at all. Profits haven't been up since... Oh, yeah, excuse me, you're the courier, yes? Good. You're early. We can begin at once. The walls are the center of Edessa's labors. Every gnome gladly dedicates his or her life to the furthering of our great civilization. Though privately controlled, we're significant enough to be integrated into several municipal services. The Bursas finances our expeditions now. I am the head clerk of Motus Mining's home office. We're so important, the Bursas even gave me a chest in their vault. Many have sought shelter from war within our walls. We have offered what we can to these outsiders, who built the city in exchange. Why, the delivery to the Motus Mining branch office in the Hollowlands. Now it seems we've misplaced our copy, so you'll have to reclaim the handbook from our old headquarters in Apotir. I need someone to go to the Motus headquarters in Apotir and recover a handbook. Then deliver it to the Motus headquarters in the Hollowlands. Good. Should go to the old Motus mining offices in Apotir. Once you've found the book, bring it to a Polvair. I need a courier to go to the closed Apotir branch of Motus Mining and recover the branch handbook. Then, take it to Motus Mining's new branch office in the Hollowlands. Simple enough, isn't it? Fine.
Require something?
What? Bloody chests.
You look like you have some free time on your hands. Care to earn a bit of coin? We process all the data from experiments both housed internally and externally. Once compiled, we send it on to the Basilica Nostra. I'm responsible for going through vast amounts of experiment results and distilling them into concise data. With that, the Basilica Nostra can qualify our findings. It is truly a wondrous place. The work I've been able to accomplish that they've sponsored, truly marvelous. Uncatalogued tomes are stored and protected in warded containers. If you save me some time, I'll pay you well. All I need you to do is go to each container and dispel the ward on it. I'll pay you for each one you manage to dispel. Excellent. I'll have some brought up. They'll be in the upstairs alcove waiting for you. You can find them upstairs. I'll pay you when you've dispelled some of them. A pleasure.
What? Interesting. Taller than I would have thought, but still. You will serve as a subject. You are the guest at Sandstone Villa, correct? Otherwise, I'll have to look elsewhere. If you aren't enjoying the sights of the walls, then have you seen the Arcadium? Or the markets? There might be more of use to you there. The grand proving ground of knowledge. Here, a researcher can make a claim, experiment with it, and follow its results all the way to the Basilica. I've been a researcher in Edessa for so many years, I forgot when I began. It coincided with the start of my study, on the rise of magic. Whispers have spread through town about the work done there. The work that involved a certain someone in present company. This experiment will conclude a decade's worth of study. It is to observe kinetic mana aggregation. I've collected a number of wild specimens from these lands at great expense. I wish you to fight them while I observe. There are two reasons. First, you're not in the Hospitalis quarters, which means I can legally use you for a subject. Second, you were present at Alistar. Don't deny it. I've learned enough. You must have been exposed to powerful magic. Very good, very good. I'd like to get started immediately. Please meet me in my laboratory in the Edessa mine. This is a city built on principles. It is the gnomish ideal. Our plans, followed diligently by many workers to perfect harmony. a private area for you to fight the specimens I've amassed for this experiment. When it is concluded, I promise that the rewards will be worthwhile. Now come, we must depart. So long. Yes?
Yes?
Yes? Yes?
Bloody chests. Have you done all the work you've wanted to? I see. I'll pay you for the containers you dispelled. Speak with me again if you want more work. I'm never going to get these blasted containers dispelled. Very well. Hello again. Have you decided to give dispelling those containers a good? You can find them in the same place. Speak to me when you've managed to do at least one. A pleasure.
Hello there.
Yes?
Bloody... Have you done all the work you've wanted to? I see. I'll pay you for the containers you dispelled. Speak with me again if you want more work. I'm never going to get these a pleasure.
What? Trespasser!
You there! Halt! Going to make trouble, are you?
Die, villain!
You return, box and all. Boxes are for opening, young thief. But still, this task can be held completed. Except it is not. There is no way into this box nor its contents. How can this pick be of any use to us? This note mentions Guyon Stebic. He's with Motus Mining. Break into his laboratory, find this Aravis engine, and use it to free the key then. From what I'm able to surmise, the pick was confiscated from Aloran because she was to send it to Guyon Stebic, an outcast scholar. Guyon seems to have some means at his disposal which Aloran thought could free the pick. This device called the Aravis engine. Break into Guyon's lab and you can use the device to free the pick from the box. In the Hierophant's name. Be gone.
You've expanded truly a marvel of modern architecture of fight. Here you go. This is the profit we've managed to make. Be careful out in the sands.